Welcome to the show. My name is Elana Gilbert, and I'm your special guest host for this episode. Today, I'll be interviewing Sam and Nathan about the upcoming launch of Club 360 Academy. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for stepping up and being the guest host. The bar's been pretty low as far as guest co-host goes, so it'll be pretty easy gig.
Oh, just look out! I might enjoy it too much and try to take over your job.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I think most of the listeners will know Club 360 is a fitness and rehabilitation center. So this may seem to be a little bit of a different direction for the business. Can you tell us, what is Club 360 Academy?
Yeah, so essentially what we've done is we've spent basically the last 4 years building a database of educational videos. And initially this was done to create content to educate our staff. So, we do a lot of in-house training, but to have a lot of that recorded in video format makes it easy to disseminate this information. But as we went along, we decided it'd be good to try and share this to the wider community, and in particular the Japanese fitness community. So we put together a platform, an education platform that is a combination of online and in-person content and material. We've had it subtitled in Japanese, so it's basically a bilingual program. And like I said, it's aimed at fitness professionals, in particular Japanese fitness professionals, and also has some rehab elements as well. So some more also aimed at, providing more sort of strength and conditioning and fitness-based information for rehab professionals.
It seems like a lot of information. So what did you guys actually make you want to take this project on?
Yeah, I mean, it's something we've been wanting to do for a really long time. Sam and I have both been in the industry here for coming on 18 years. So it's I think Sam said 4 years in the making. That's probably how long it took to create all the content, which is a massive undertaking that Sam did most of the heavy lifting on. But it's probably been more like 25 years in the making in terms of that's how long we've both been in the industry. Back from university days, all the courses we've done, the thousands and thousands of practical hours we've had. So not only that, just all the learning we've had from our own practitioners here that work with us at Club 360. So we've got this sort of massive amount of knowledge we've been sharing, and rather than just sharing it in-house, we wanted to sort of get it out to the wider community. And being in Japan for a long time, we sort of felt like, with the current sort of development of the fitness industry here, we could play a part in sort of giving back and trying to help raise the bar of the standards here. So, it's been a long time coming. They're just such a massive project to sort of undertake, which is why it's taken us so long. But we feel sort of that combination of sort of all the learning we've had plus all the practical experience sort of puts us in a unique position to be able to teach and help other trainers and practitioners to sort of level up quickly, basically, and to weed out a lot of the sort of disinformation and things that are out in our industry.
It's got to be a lot of that too, doesn't it? Sorry, Sam.
No, I mean, Nathan's sort of always been on me about this, saying it's, something we need to do. Both as a business, there's, we know from the courses that we've done that it's a big investment, financial investment that people make in the education. So for us to have the knowledge that we have from a business perspective, it makes sense to try and do. But also just in terms of, giving back to the industry and giving back to Japan, it's something that he's always been pushing and a sort of dream of his. For me, I was sort of hesitant at first, and I think there's that little bit of imposter syndrome that, I've always been on a quest myself and still are to this day to try and be the best practitioner I can be. And so because I'm always learning, I sort of feel that, do we really have the sort of the knowledge to actually be able to educate others? And then as we went through the process and we saw both the Japanese fitness professionals, we see courses in other gyms, and even the people coming into our facility, and also, having people come in as interns, both from personal training interns and physiotherapy interns. I started to actually enjoy that education process, and start to think, well, maybe in the last sort of 23 years of the study work that I've done, combined with all the elite sports experience that I've had before, it's like, maybe I do have a thing or two to actually teach people, and the information and knowledge and experience I have is actually valuable. Basically once I got past that, I sort of thought, this is a great opportunity for us. I think it also fits in well with our model of changing lives through health and fitness. We talk about Nathan and my careers. They've sort of been somewhat in parallel, similar age, although Nathan looks a lot older than I am. I guess when I was in my 20s, I was working as a practitioner in a clinic and as helping my patients and my clients as they come in. We started Club 360 when I was, I think, around in my early 30s. Well, I guess what's 90, so 31. So in my 30s, it was developing this business and training up other practitioners to help other people. And that way, we're sort of expanding our reach even further. It comes to a certain point where we're still obviously trying to grow our business in terms of the one-on-one, face-to-face, or group setting services that we offer. But we're also realizing that we want to really scale our reach, and this is one way of doing that. If we have one trainer go through our courses, and they have the 20 clients they see on a regular basis, and each one of those 20 clients gets a more positive experience and better results from the training that they've done, then we've helped those 20 people. And we've arguably helped their families because of the improved quality of life, and helped their employees and all that sort of thing as well. So if we can get 1,000 people signing up to our courses, how many thousands, tens of thousands of people can we be helping? So that's sort of that's I guess the main reason now that's sort of driving us to try and improve the quality of fitness professionals that are out there working in the field. And by doing that, as an extent, just trying to create a healthier Japan in particular, but also a healthier world. Like I said, we were already filming this content for our own educational purposes. And so as we went through, we realized that some of it needed to be filmed at a better quality. We've gone through a couple of different types of filming. I've gone through a couple of different headsets. I know that in the early ones, you can remember my aircraft pilot headset. That's still there for a couple of ones, right? Yeah. I actually love that headset, but I got talked into playing and more of the lapel style after a while. We went through and refilmed these, and went through some editing process. And then also, as we've gone through this, we've realized that the type of thing that we're teaching and what we're focusing on actually helps us in the development of our own team as well. So it's been a good sort of learning process. And as we're going through the courses now and designing assessments and tests, we're realizing how we can maybe be doing an even better job at training up our own staff. So it's been really good for us just in that way as well.
I mean, just watching, you guys growing the business, I know that both of you put the utmost importance about knowledge and continuing education. So for me, this seems like almost a natural progression for you guys to go through. And, you've been doing it with your own staff for so long, and now expanding it, outside of the Club 360 family. I think it's, amazing that you're able to do that. And so before, I think, Sam, you mentioned about having a combination of both in-person and online courses. So, Nate, can you tell us what the structure of these courses are?
Yeah, so basically, we wanted to put a lot of stuff online because it's just easier for people to access and easy for us as Sam to sort of to get the word out. So we've recorded over 30 hours of online content and we've broken that down into 7 different courses. So people could sort of choose courses or where they want to start. So there's 7 different courses, 30 hours. And then at the end of each course, we have sort of some quiz examinations, and people who pass can get a certification. And we have the biggest certification that we call the Advanced Personal Training Certification. So if somebody does all 7 courses, we offer a workshop that they can attend. And if they pass everything, then they get that certification as well. So we are planning on doing more of these sort of in-house workshops, because online is great, but as you know, just that coming together of people in a workshop environment is really cool as well, and great networking and all that too. So we wanted to sort of increase the amount of in-person workshops we do as well. So at the moment, it's a combination. We've also done some sort of workshops for other organizations. So most recently, we did some workshops for JEXA, which is probably one of the most well-known or well-established fitness businesses in Japan. And they have a lot of trainers, but they have a group of trainers they call the JEXA Top Team. So we went out and did some workshops for the top team, which were really good. And we feel like they got a lot from it, but it was also great for us to meet some more trainers in the industry. And yeah, that was a great experience. And I know they want to do some more. So the plan is to do more of that, and then to reach out to other sort of good fitness organizations here and try to organize more workshops, more ways we can collaborate with them. And the great thing is we've noticed a lot of these big chain gyms have noticed that maybe they could be investing more in education, where I found a few years ago that just didn't seem to matter. Just the numbers game, how many members you get, how many clients, the actual, the knowledge that, was being passed from trainer to the client did seem to be as important as maybe it should be. But now I'm, really noticing, hey, we need to step out that game. We need our trainers to be more knowledgeable. We need them to be better. So we feel that, yes, that these type of workshops in other organizations would be a really good step for us. So we got a lot of good stuff in the works. And yeah, basically combination in-house and online.
Yeah, over 30 hours, that's amazing. So, what type of content is covered in these courses then? And how does it differ from other courses that are on the market today?
Well, we've sort of focused on things that we've seen trainers struggle with, and the things that we feel are important for the skills for trainers to have to offer the best experience for their clients. We've got a lot of content around coaching technique, so how to actually analyze people's movement patterns and how to coach them through different exercises that are progressions and regressions of those movement patterns. And that's probably, when you go into a gym and you see how people's, if someone is working with a trainer, that client's training technique is somewhat of a reflection on the trainer's coaching technique. So that's why we feel that we really needed to focus on how we can actually get people to analyze and teach movement. The programming, so obviously, the sets, the reps, the exercise selection, we go into a lot of detail about how we put together our programs, assessments, so range of motion assessments, body fat assessments, mobility. So that's, a little bit more of the physio background, looking at how we can actually change joint range of motion and how we can actually integrate that into someone's movement to improve their mobility and therefore improve their movement patterns. We've got a course around dealing with injured clients. So we talk about some basics around pain, around injury, causes of injury, the different loads that are involved with people who are experiencing pain, and talking about a fitness professional's role within injury. Obviously, the type of facility we have here, we've got this multidisciplinary health practice where we have different types of, so we have medical practitioners, we've got fitness practitioners, and we'd like to think that we collaborate fairly well. So we've got a good idea of where each practitioner's strengths can come into play to actually help someone heal from an injury, or even to prevent injury or decrease the likelihood of injury. Because a lot of times in our industry, we see fitness professionals maybe crossing the boundaries and maybe almost sort of acting as a pseudo physiotherapist, a pseudo doctor, maybe working without outside their scope of practice. And the same thing from health practitioners, medical practitioners and health practitioners, offering fitness advice, which is maybe a little bit outside their realm. So what we've done with this course is try and increase that overlap a little bit. So give fitness practitioners a little bit more of the skills that they might need to manage people in pain, and also give health practitioners a little bit more of an understanding about the role of strength and conditioning in that overall process. But also make people aware of the boundaries, and also of how they can utilize health practitioners to improve the outcomes of their clients. We're very lucky in our facility that we can just refer to someone next door, whereas I think most health practitioners and fitness practitioners, especially in Japan, don't really have that luxury, or don't really know how to sort of network with other practitioners and work together as a team. So we go into that in that course. And then also Nathan's put together a great course on motivation, how to training. A lot of people think about training as being a very sort of physiological process, but the psychology behind it is probably even more important. And so that course sort of taps into how we actually analyze a client's goals and how we get information from them that then helps us to improve their compliance, improve their motivation, and also their longevity in fitness. I think we all know of people, and we're probably all guilty of it ourselves, that we might start a health or fitness regime, but the consistency is the thing that really matters in the long term. And so having tools to improve that with the clients is really important. And so we've got a course specifically for that as well.
Wow, I mean, that sounds like such a wide range of topics, but I mean, also fantastic. You're basically covering all angles of it, which, I mean, I know that I haven't seen any of the courses that I've looked into in the past. So knowing you both, you probably already know what's going to happen in the future, or what your plans are for the future of the academy. Is there anything that you'll be able to share with us, or any future plans?
I mean, one thing we want to continue on building sort of the library and the content that we have, improving quality, like anything, we want to make it better. We want to make it better products. But I think even more so than that, like, we're quite happy with what we've created. We just need to and want to get it out there and get it to more people. So more, as I said, more workshops, trying to promote the online content that we have, and get the message out especially into the Japanese fitness market, which is obviously it's in Japanese. It's a slightly different market than we're used to dealing with here. As you know, we have a lot of expat clients. We deal with a lot of other expat trainers and doctors and health professionals. So just really finding a way to gain that sort of trust from the Japanese fitness industry, and to get the message out about what we do. And then, like Sam said, the more people we can impact, the greater impact we have as it spreads from them to their clients and to the people around them. So maybe sort of improving quality, improving quantity a bit, but more so just getting this sort of good information out to more people. And of course, partnering with more quality fitness organizations, more like-minded people, to help, create more opportunities for more people and more businesses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I guess, just continuing to apply what we are learning. Like, I mean, you obviously know I'm always studying, always trying to improve my own knowledge. And I do feel like things that are being researched and are being talked about overseas are probably a decade off being implemented into the Japanese fitness industry. So if we can maybe speed that up a little, then I think that'll be really valuable for the industry as a whole. I guess a little bit more physiotherapy specific. I have done some lecturing within physiotherapy departments in universities here before, and I think trying to, like I said, physiotherapists in general, their knowledge around sort of strength and conditioning is probably not where it needs to be. That is improving a lot in other parts of the world, and the focus on strength and conditioning is increased a lot. But I think in Japan, again, they're behind in that area. So fitness-based education for health practitioners and medical practitioners is another area that I'd like to focus on. And then I guess you don't want to hear me talk about such another big project, but maybe in the future, some research. I think that conducting some research of our own, that nerd that lives inside me still wants to get out and try and get some of what we're seeing and what we're looking at in the clinic out into the evidence space. So that may be something that we'll look into in the future as well.
Yeah, I mean, that nerd is always out in front center for me. The
nerd's not in the way, don't worry.
No, I love it. He's like the only person that I know gets joy out of just listening to research and like researching podcasts and everything while I'm sitting there watching like a Netflix series, feeling very lazy and stupid. So, I mean, that's all. I mean, it's fantastic. It's really exciting things, and I can't wait to see, how far this academy does grow. So, we have people who are listening that may be fitness professionals and looking to expand their skill set, or just others who are interested in this project. Where can they go and find more information?
The best way is probably at the Club 360 Academy website, which is www.club360academy.com. 360 is 360. Or we do have an Instagram, which is also Club 360 Academy, that we're starting to post more and more information on. So those two platforms are probably the best way. And of course, you can contact us here. We're always at Club 360 as well. Reach out. And yeah, we're always happy to talk to people in the industry, especially to have an interest in learning more.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. It's been really fun, and I've enjoyed being the special guest host for today. But you guys sound like you've got so much exciting things happening, and we can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you. Thank you very much for hosting. You've moved up the rankings in terms of special guest hosts. So well done. Congratulations. And
what a good one. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
All right. Well, thanks very much. Thanks everyone for listening. And we'll see you on the next episode.